So, all right, how do we fall into this short-term, midterm rental space though? Right? Because it's kind of complicated. You're in Chicago. It's not the easiest city to work in. Where did this hit on your radar?
I actually, when I left the military, I moved to Chicago for graduate school. And just like everyone else, I got an apartment in Bucktown, way above my means. And I'm like, how do I deal with this? 2 bedroom, 2 bath. And at that point, I just started to realize that maybe it's renting out my second bedroom and my second bathroom would make me money. And that was in 2015, and started renting it out, made like $1,500 a month off the Airbnb, just my second bedroom. It's like, okay, there's proof of concept here. So from there, I kind of just scaled it.
All right. So if you don't mind me, what was your rent? You're making 1,500 off that. What was your rent that you owed the
1850.
landlord? What was it?
1850.
Oh, this is great.
Yes.
Any incidents, right? Because that's one of the negative people say, like, oh, you're renting out a room, it's awkward. Like anything looking back on it was like, this was a pretty big sacrifice.
No, the guests normally stay in their room. They don't really talk to them much. So when you're in the house, they are very cordial. And so they don't really do much. So they stay in their room and you're completely fine. So I found it as amazing. I did it again. Once I left Bucktown, I got rented another place in Lincoln Park, and I just doubled down. And me and my girlfriend at the time, I convinced her to do it with me. So we rented out another tutu. Rent was up to like 2,300, and rented out a second bedroom, second bathroom, for I think $1,800 a month. So it's like we paid $400 for rent. It was amazing.
In the heart of Lincoln Park. That's awesome.
Any issues you run into with the building, with the landlord you actually had the
No.
lease with? Anything there?
It was something that it was wrote in. It was something that was already acknowledged in the beginning. It's like they were more okay with it because I was living there and I wasn't just Airbnb in the building that I was renting for someone else. So because I stayed there, they were more okay with it.
Were those two buildings, were they condo buildings or were they more apartment buildings? What was the setup?
They were apartment buildings.
Okay. So it's a little easier. You don't have an HOA. You don't got a different owner next door. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there the whole Airbnb arbitrage, right? Like if you see that, it's like, because it's the free way, it's the easy way. They lure every 22-year-old in the world to like, hey, you can make money here. And no, it's like wholesaling on steroids. I feel like everyone's just pushing it. Is there actually any opportunity at all there? Or is it just a situation like yours where it can help offset rent?
Yeah, at the time, it was better to offset rent. If you are smart and able to get someone to say yes, you can make money off of it, but you will also have to be able to negotiate like terms with the landlord to get a free month, because it's going to take you a month and a half to get it up and operational. So if you're hitting rent at that time and you're still trying to get it up and running, it's a little hard. So that hurts. And the fact you have to buy furniture will kill you. So if you have a way of getting cheap furniture and a way for your landlord to give you a month free, you can definitely make it work, but it's a little harder if you don't.